CBN now has slammed the 2 billion naira license fee on BDCs, and they're already complaining about it. Some time ago, we had something wanted to go on protest. Are they part of the problem?
I think they have like banks. You could see that they are facilitators. Like some people accuse them of being facilitators of this wholesale, take naira and buy dollars. That's what they've been accused of. What the CBN wants to do now is to sanitize that sector. So the ultimate aim, if you look at that guideline, it's talking about if you want to then buy or sell dollars, they would know who you are. You can't even do more than $500. You're going to get a card if you do more than 500. So the CBN is going to know exactly who is buying dollars, who is spending dollars, where you are spending it on, and where the source of those dollars come from. If you do that, that removes the criminal or the corruption element from the trades. If you come into Nigeria from America and you've got dollars and you want to get, sure, you go to the BDC, give them $1,000, they give you a card and $500. That's fine. But if you're a politician that has just taken your FARC, it's going to be harder for you to then go to a BDC and say, I want to change 1 billion naira to dollars. That's where they are going to with all this.
But as it is with this country, people always find a way around things. So will these reforms work as far as operating a forex bureau in Nigeria is concerned?
You make it harder. Right now it's so easy. If I have $1 billion naira cash, I can go on the streets and change to dollars. It's so easy. When this is done in place, you make it harder, like how we have the BVN, you have the NIN. It's harder for you to then cycle money out. If you go to the United States and you want to take monies from the bank above a certain limit, your name is captured. It's sent to the IRS.
I heard so. So you can't even withdraw from an ATM all you want. I heard so. That naira scarcity time.
Correct.
So redesign time. Someone said so.
That's why it's not they are cleaner or more honorable than Nigerians, but they make corruption very hard. If you have $1 million, where do you take it to? You can't take it to a bank. You can't buy a house. You can't buy a car because everything is all linked. You buy a house, your social security number. You buy a car, that's an asset you have to pay taxes on. So all these politicians around, if you start to focus on their tax returns and say, declare your tax return, not your assets income, your tax returns that you pay, what are you paying taxes on? You won't have a minister that owns a company that gets a contract from another ministry because it has to declare that income on his tax returns or the tax return of his company.
So you've gone back to this economic sabotage, and you seem to be saying indirectly that these guys are some of these acts are harming the economy, and we need to focus on them as well. I'm comparing that with your spoon and fat analogy.
Nigeria is not efficient. Why? Tax revenues are very low in Nigeria, and it's low because we don't know who you are. I can say my name is Mohammed Idris Kalu. I can get a passport with that name, go and buy currency or PT, open an account and all that. So we have data everywhere, biometrics, but it's not linked together. So if you go to the States, your driving license is linked to your bank account, linked to your social, so they know who you are.
Well now I saw a message on my bank app, 1st of March 2023, if your NIN and BVN together are not linked to your account, they'll shut it down.
That's good.
And one of the network has been sending messages to his customer. I don't know why they're the only ones, doing that. But the BDCs, some of them sell this dollar at parallel market rates.
Yes, I mean, let's be clear, right? What the price the BDCs have is the real price. That's the market determined price. You and I, willing buyer, willing seller.
They get it from the government, don't they?
Why should they get it from the government? Government is this fixed price. The government is trying to make the price as low as possible, but you and I are setting the real price. The problem with the BDCs is that the BDCs are being accused of taking their pricing from, say, Binance. The crypto, the P2P boys are the ones setting the price for Nigeria. That's the problem that the government is having.
Who sets the price for the parallel guys?
Mostly the P2P, the Binance and all that. Because when you go there, it's an exchange.
Okay, the peer-to-peer guys.
Yeah, you quote, you bid. That quote and bid is what then serves as a price. So if you and I want to trade and we say at 1.6, then the guys on the parallel market guys say, oh, it's 1.6 on Binance. They sell to you at 1.6. So the government is saying you can't
how
use
does
that.
the parallel market guy, in Rumokoro, or let me say at Presidential Hotel Road in Port Harcourt, know anything about Binance?
These guys are all linked. I mean, it's a skit where there's a guy on his phone calling the guy to how much is the dollar before you change. So really, they are all linked.
They're all linked.
One guy in the office would pass the message. This is the price now, and they just reset.
So that therefore ties to my theory for some years now, even before Binance became a thing, that this is all a cartel.
Well,
because we say they're all linked.
Kinda.
Because Uche, Kalu Aja, you are a market guy. You know, you believe in free market and all that. You said that. The law of supply and demand, the law of what do you call it again? Market forces now says that the prices determined on what market forces, demand and supply. Now, I always say demand and supply can't be the same everywhere at the same time.
True.
Your demand for USD in Potiskum,
True.
it can't be the same as the demand for USD. So how come all the prices are the same on the same day at the same time everywhere in the country?
You're right. It's kind of a cartel, but that's what when you digitize, that's what it ends. Because now on your phone you can buy and bid and see the arbitrage and take advantage of it. So digitization actually helps you to see price discovery quicker, and it removes digitization. Yeah.
Who sets the price before Binance? Who was setting the price?
When you and I want to buy and sell, you quote, I bid. That is the price. The system will capture. You want to buy at 1, I want to sell at 2. When we keep on bidding, the system
I'm
matches
talking about
us.
guys on the street.
That's what I'm saying. Before Binance done, a guy will sit down and say he's getting bids from Kano, he's getting bids from Port Harcourt. Then he will say, okay, Port Harcourt wants to buy at 1,000, Kano wants to buy at 1,005, 1,002.
Okay, so where do these guys get the USD from? Because you and I go to the bank, we don't see it.
Unofficially, they get it from the same source the bank get it from. Someone gets it officially and passes it to them unofficially. So no, that's what's actually going on.
So somebody gets it officially at an official rate and then gives it to the guys to go on the street, sell it higher, and make more money.
Yep, that round tripping. So you say you want to import machinery for $1,000, but you actually need $500. So you take a $500 and you sell it at $500. Yeah.
So it means these guys are part of the problem then.
Yeah, they are part of the problem, but they are taking advantage of Nigeria's porous regulations, and we don't basically know who is who. Now we have BVN, we have NIN. It's easier now. Remember in the past there was no BVN, no NIN, so I could basically go and get 100 passports and apply for 100 BTA and then get $400,000 myself, and then sell $400,000 because I'm getting at a controlled price from CBN.
That's basic travel allowance.
Personal travel allowance, and then just sell it. So you could do that, or you get your friends' passports together. Say, here, you just give me your passport, and you apply for PTA for them. They don't travel, you give them maybe 100,000 naira. That's what people were doing. So now that it's all tied in, CBN can say, Kalu can't travel to America 50 times in one day because, they know my BVN, my NIN, and all that. So this regulation of BVCs will remove that part of the market. It won't increase supply. It will sanitize the speculation, the criminal elements. That would what will happen, which is good for the market. But speculators are not the reason why the naira is falling. Let's forget that idea. The naira is falling because we do not export enough. The speculators are taking advantage of that to then make money off the demand, the excessive demand for dollars.